All right, that was Nicole. That's what she said, Creasel, as qualifying comes to an end. And it is time for them to grid up. All right. Up front, we've got Kyle Holden and Jason Rome, followed by Scotty Too Hottie Snodgrass and Jeff Hinkle, Harley Barletta and Topher Baltimore, David Garman and Kevin Reed, Richie West, Bill Percy, Nicole Creasel, and Rick Sargent. And Matt Johnston is running shotgun on the field tonight. Not that it's going to matter. Now, it will take him a couple of laps to get up to full speed here tonight, so we will see what happens as they all start to get lined up here. Don't forget to like and follow and share and subscribe. We're live on Twitch and Facebook, and you can catch the videos on YouTube usually by the next morning. And don't forget to be back tomorrow night, 7:30 Eastern, for the Outlaw Dirt Triple Header, followed by Tuesday night at 7:20 Eastern. We will have the XCal Street Stock Series, the premier street stock league on iRacing, and I'm understanding that during the All-Star race this week, we will get an update on Higgins. So if you have seen Higgins or heard of where he might be, Higgins the XCal Superfan, drop us a note with the hashtag Where's Higgins so we can hopefully find him again. I do believe we'll get an update, and I believe we will hear the release of the Higgins, the XCal Superfan spotter pack, which hopefully we'll be using in some of our streams this week. And then Wednesday night, 7:30 Eastern, as always, the Outlaw Xfinity Series, followed by the Outlaw Pro Late Model Dirt Series. So a lot of great dirt racing, a lot of great asphalt racing, a lot of great people out here getting the job done. And you can go to htsai.net and see all of the charity efforts over the last few months that all these leagues have put together. XCal right now is trying to give the big FU to childhood cancer by raising money for St. Jude's. Last I heard, it was over $1,200. I'm sure XCal's Aaron can drop me a message and let me know where that stands. These guys the BRR series raised over $650 for Little Kids Rock just in the last week leading up to their charity event last night. And the Outlaw League last month raised over $1,400 for autism research, and the entire HTSAI community raised over $400 for the MS Society in March. So a lot of great charity efforts and a lot of great things going on. All these leagues, not just about racing, but about helping out everywhere. Looks like we're about to have the pace car drop off. 13 cars on track, smaller field, might be a little bit cleaner for these 70 laps. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away. Oh! And looks like Scotty Too Hottie got a really good start. Just got into the back door, or into the back of the 18 of Kyle Holden. They didn't even make it into turn one. Several cars involved. Oh no, the 18 spun his tires. Kyle Holden pulled a Rome. Kyle Holden, that is the first time I've ever seen Kyle make a mistake on the start. Looks like Nicole Creasel was caught in that as well. Hopefully she didn't take too much damage. It looks like Jeff Hinkle got by clear. Topher Baltimore got by clear. But the 6 car did get hit on the right rear, so we'll see if she recovers, what happens with Kyle. Kyle Holden just spinning his tires on the start. He went right. Ironically, the man that usually spins his tires there in the 3 car managed to not spin his tires and avoid the wreck. We'll see if we can get a hold of Jason here in just a moment and see what he thinks about this situation. Definitely a lot different than what we're usually seeing. Just getting word XCal's raised over $1,250 $14 for St. Jude's, which is a new record for them. So huge shout out to everybody that's helped. Looks like several cars have gone to pit road. Nicole Creasel, Matt Johnson, Kyle Holden, Rick Sargent, all have been to pit road. And it looks like Jason and Scott, everybody looks like they're coming to pit road to top off on fuel. So we'll give Jason a moment to get through there, top off on fuel, go back out. Nobody's going to take tires right now. This will be a fuel-only stop for everybody in there. 81 of Harley Barletta quickly off pit road. The 06 quickly off pit road. Looks like some of these guys might have gotten caught just a little bit, and they are getting repairs. And let's see what Richie is driving tonight. Can't quite tell as he comes by. All right, Kyle Holden, Bill Percy, everybody is back off pit road except for Jason Rome, Jeff Hinkle, and Nicole Creasel. They are still on pit road as the pace car comes through 3 and 4. Oh, Richie is running one of the turtle paint schemes, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles this week. Several guys last night in the truck race were running the turtle scheme, and they had turtle power, and Team Turtle at the front managed to dominate some of the top positions. They had 3 cars in the top 5. All right, now we're going to try and talk to Jason Rome. Hey, Jason, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
What's up, Doug?
Hey, Kyle Holden on the start pulled a Rome, and I'm kind of curious how you feel about him using your patented move.
I think I'm going to have to ask for some royalties on some of this stuff. I'm not sure what these guys do, but this copycat stuff is... I'm going to have to talk to my lawyer.
I completely get it. So, looked like you stayed on pit road. Did you have some repairs? I didn't think Kyle had got you.
Oh yeah, he got me right in the door, right in the something. So I had about a minute of repairs there. So I went in, fixed that up. Didn't want to use a quick repair because we're on, that happened lap 1. But I don't know. I think it'll be all right. Just I'm on the lead lap still, so we'll just I don't know. There's only 12 cars here, so it can't be that bad.
That is the truth, and you'll have a good points night any way you look at it. Well, good luck, buddy.
All right, man.
Be careful. Be careful on the restart.
Yes, sir.
All right, that was Jason Rome, king of spinning the tires and doing exactly what Kyle Holden did there. Looks like everybody is back on track now. Kyle Holden came back out. He is up to 7th. Jason Rome and Jeff Hinkle, 12th and 13th, but with the smaller field out here, as I mentioned with Jason Rome, with the smaller field out here, points will be... it'll help in points. It'll help a guy like Kevin Reed and Rick Sargent, who are just outside of the top 12. Green flag in the air, and Richie West takes the turtle power off the front already. Kevin Reed now up to 2nd. He's got Rick Sargent and Harley Barletta there on the high side. Looks like a lot of them are trying to get single file very quickly. Topher Baltimore still in survival mode early on here. He's going to drop to the low line right in front of Bill Percy. Getting a little bit stretched out throughout the field. Now the 2 cars we're going to be watching closest tonight, the 64 of Kevin Reed and the 6 of Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel. Nicole has a little bit of help coming from right behind her. The 3 car, I know, is one of the guys wanting to help Nicole get up there and get it done tonight, so we'll see if they can make that happen. Several guys were wanting to help Kevin Reed as well. And Scotty Too Hottie up there in the 22, now working his way up to 30. Pinches Richie down really low. As they get off in the turn, Richie has a run. Richie drifts up a little bit. That was a close one. Great save by all. As they come down the back straightaway, Harley Barletta has David Garman pushing him. David Garman, one of the best guys to have on your back bumper on these draft tracks. He is extremely good at pushing. He's not the best at leading until the last couple of laps, but he can push you all the way through the field to the lead. You just point and he pushes. Top four now single file. They're about to all get single file out here. As Scotty Too Hottie drifts back, he is going to drop back in about 7th place. Harley Barletta currently leading lap 7. Don't forget to stick around after this if you're over 18, because the Fast and Fun Variety Series will be live. They're going to do 87, the NASCAR 87 Cup cars from Michigan. That's going to be an exciting battle tonight, and it'll be a lot of fun to watch. But you got to be over 8. You want to be over 18 or not let the kids listen. It does get a little bit mouthy. Looks like everybody is starting to sort out single file. We've got about a 9-car lead pack at the moment as Rick Sargent goes high into turn 1. And then Jason Rome, Matt Johnston, Nicole Kriesel, and Jeff Hinkle, 4-car pack right behind them, kind of losing a little steam here. Nicole was one that went in and got manual repairs. She didn't have very heavy damage, so she's just going to drop in there at the back. Long race. These guys have to race smart and save the car. Nobody's had to use their fast repair yet. That first accident wasn't too terribly bad. And they are all extremely close together now. Top 9 cars are with under less than a second, and that's with Rick Sargent a little bit off the back there. And the 22 now starting to look to the outside. We've seen him several times in the Tyler Daniels Racing versus Nowski Nation race. He is one to watch. He always works his way up to the front, and he's back here running with BRR again tonight. Topher Baltimore tucked in there right in front of Bill Percy. He just wants to get a good finish and break the string of bad luck. He managed to finish last night and have a pretty decent finish as we got an outside line starting to form here. As we heard in practice, it's going to take at least 3 cars to really have any momentum, but Scott's got Kyle Holden up there on the outside with him. Scott's a little squirrely coming through 3 and 4. They're trying to get a run. Rick Sargent's right there behind him. Scott trying to get some side draft there off Topher Baltimore. This battle is for about 5th through 8th. And while they're side by side, the top 4 opened up a little bit of a gap there. And the 4 behind them, they are all now tucked in a very tight line. This is going to give them the opportunity to catch up as well. Jason Rome pulling that pack around. They're 5 seconds back, and they are gaining. Meanwhile, Harley Barletta, David Garman, Richie West, and Kevin Reed have now opened up a second on Topher Baltimore back there behind them. All that side-by-side battling, they managed to open up a little bit of a lead, but this 5-car pack, they're probably going to be able to run that 4-car pack down pretty quickly. And if they don't stay single file, the other pack will catch back up quickly. Jason Rome now 5.25 seconds back in that third pack. Now we have 3 distinct packs on track. We'll see if they end up all back together at some point. Scott's getting very aggressive very early. This front pack, though, they're just going to stay nose to tail for a while with Harley up front, David in second. Richie and Kevin just sitting back there enjoying the ride. They do only have 70% fuel here, so they will have to stop at least twice in this race. And now we see a move to the high side. No. Looked like David Garman and Harley Barletta were going to try the high side. They decided not to, but now we've got the 1 and the 64 tried to get a run, and that pack led by Topher Baltimore right behind them as started to close the gap here. Rick Sargent bringing up that the back end of that pack. He is currently in ninth. The pack behind him led by Jason Rome, now 5.5 seconds back as that second pack got single file. Not only have they closed up onto the lead pack, they have also pushed the third pack, back just a little bit. And another lap, maybe two. Topher Baltimore is going to be in position to lead his pack around. I don't think it's going to be that far. They've got the draft of the lead pack. Now we'll start to see some action going again here. Bill Percy looks like he's got a little bit of a run. He jumps to the high side. Topher jumps to the high side. This second pack caught up with a lot of momentum, and they're going to try and use it on the high side. Can't quite get there yet, but Topher's got a huge push coming from the 95 of Bill Percy. As they come down the back straightaway, that outside line is always so much faster on the back straightaway on the high side. But they can't get very far past that 64 car. They can't even get even with him at the moment. Jason Suter cheering on the 95 of Bill Percy. Scotty Too Hottie hops to the top side with the 73 of Topher Baltimore. They are just kind of stopped. Not enough help up top. Meanwhile, Bill Percy slips by both of them. Bill now up to fifth. Garmin just ducking out to cool the engine off a little bit. This front group has started tightening up just a little bit. Bill Percy to the high side. Bill Percy's in the wall. He's come down off the wall, but that's going to slow him down. He gets loose and comes down. Manages to hold on to the car. We'll see as he comes by. Should be okay damage-wise. Looks like he's got a little... lost a little paint there. Bill Percy might be out of the draft now. He is 2.1 seconds back, but 6 seconds behind him is the third pack led by Jason Rome. They'll be able to catch him, and that 5-car pack might actually be able to do something up front. Meanwhile, Scotty Too Hottie again to the high side of Topher Baltimore. They almost touch coming through 3 and 4. Everybody manages to keep it straight, but Scott is looking for any advantage. He's getting right up beside Topher, trying to get every little bit of side draft, every little bit of help he can. Can't quite get there yet. No help. Bill Percy is on pit road. Looks like he came down to get some repairs after the incident. And all that excitement, that allowed that front pack led by Harley Barletta that allowed them to break away again. 3/4 of a second lead over 5th place Topher Baltimore. And the second pack has started to break up just a little bit. Topher and Kyle are starting to come and trying to close back down onto this lead pack. Looks like they might actually do it. They're within 0.2 of a second, so they have the draft. Meanwhile, Scotty 2 Hottie, they are almost a second back from that lead pack. He's got Rick Sargent there with him, but it may not be enough. They might lose the lead draft and have to wait for the second pack to come join them. Meanwhile, Harley Barletta up front, just kind of chilling out. They are 20 laps in, almost a third of the way through this thing. After a lap, one caution, they are managing to keep everything going really well. And let's take a fourth place Kevin Reed. Let's take a ride with Kevin here as they come through. You can see just how close this is. As they come off turn 2 down the back straightaway, and he is right on the back bumper of the Mutant Turtle car of Richie West. And if you listen, you can hear him. Lets out of the throttle just a little bit, gives himself a little bit of space, getting some air into the engine. He'll have to duck out every now and then just to keep the engine temperatures cool. There goes Kevin, ducking out to cool off the engine just a little bit, giving him a little space. And that's what it looks like doing a 46-second lap around Daytona. Topher Baltimore, Kyle Holden have now caught back up into the lead draft. Good evening, Jason Coleman. Scotty is actually running in 7th right now. Harley Barletta continues to pace the field. I imagine that this entire front pack will be thinking about pitting together within the next few laps. Probably see everybody come between lap 24 and 27. That'll put them within the window to stop one more time and be able to go the distance. And I imagine we're going to see a variety of different stops. Everybody will probably take tires at some point tonight, but maybe even just right side tires at some point tonight. But nope, everybody's going to need to get as much fuel as possible, and the tire strategy will vary from car to car and from pack to pack. Most of these guys will coordinate with the pack they're in to determine how many tires they're going to put on the car. Rick Sargent, Scott Snodgrass, they are now 4 seconds behind that lead pack. And that second pack, being led by Matt Johnston, is just about 10.5 seconds back behind Rick. So we'll see if they can catch back up. I don't think they will before the pit stop, but once the pit cycle starts, everything could dramatically change. We'll have to see who saved fuel. Harley Barletta will be the first one to go. He's led every single green flag lap so far, so he'll be the first one to need to come to pit road. He's been full throttle this whole time. Everybody behind him, however, has saved varying amounts of fuel being in the draft. David Garman, Richie West, Kevin Reed, Topher Baltimore. Topher, again, just trying to break that bad luck streak. He had a really good run going last night and got caught up in another wreck. It does happen at Daytona, but given the luck he's had the last few weeks, he really needs a bit of luck here tonight. And Kyle Holden, of course, is our points leader. He's got 3 wins already this season. He said he is just going to be looking to push somebody else to the win tonight. We'll see who that's going to be when it comes down to the last 5 laps. Scott and Rick still nose to tail here. They have lost. They are now 6.5 seconds back. And surprisingly, this 4-car pack back here of Matt Johnston, Jeff Hinkle, Nicole Kriesel, and Jason Rome really have not gained a lot on Rick and Scott yet. We'll see if that shakes out a little bit once pit stops start. Bill Percy is shown back out on pit road. He is out there all by himself, though, for the moment. Pit stops will change that just a bit, and I would be willing to bet we see some fuel stops this lap. Harley Barletta has got to be getting extremely close to running out of fuel here. No, they are going to stretch it one more time. Let's take a quick run through the field before they start pit stops. Harley Barletta up front in the 81. David Garman in the 06. Richie West is in third in the 1 car. Kevin Reed fourth in the 64 Finelli Ironworks car. Topher Baltimore is in fifth in the 73. Kyle Holden currently holding on to 6th place in the 18 car. 7th is Scotty Too Hottie. Now they're coming to pit road. Harley Barletta, David Garman, and Kevin Reed are all on pit road. Richie West now to the lead. Topher Baltimore stayed out. Kyle Holden stayed out. These three are now leading. They'll probably come to pit road next time by. Scott stayed out by himself, so he is no help out there. And the backpack, Matt Johnston, Jeff Hinkle, Nicole Kriesel, Jason Rome are all on pit road. And we should see this pack come to pit road this time. I don't think they might be able to stretch it one more lap. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, Richie West ducking low. He's going to bring Topher and Kyle with him. 3 wide onto pit road. Everybody gets it straightened out. Harley Barletta and David Garman now coming back. Kevin Reed a ways behind them. Rick Sargent back there coming off pit road as well. Now they're all spread out in 1s and 2s. This will get a little bit more interesting. Kyle Holden, Scott Snodgrass now on pit road. Topher Baltimore and Richie West still on pit road. They'll be off here in just a moment. And just about everybody has come back off pit road. It looks like Scott is going to be just another minute. He pitted by himself and a little bit late. He has lost any draft help now. These two being all by themselves, Harley Barletta and David Garman up here, the lead 2 cars. Richie West has Kyle Holden right behind him, so they've got a 2-car pack. Topher Baltimore's got Kevin Reed with him. Scott is all alone, but he should be able to pick up a little help from Rick here. And Matt Johnston and Jeff Hinkle are in a 2-car pack. Jason Rome by himself, Nicole Kriesel by herself, Bill Percy by himself. It'll be interesting over the next 30 laps or so. We should start seeing these groups come together, but the advantage to this is it should stay green. It would take a huge mistake by somebody to have a caution at this point. As you see, the top 6 cars there, they are spread out different lengths, little bit of different gaps between them on the straightaway. It's going to be a question of who can push a little bit better. You've got Garman pushing Barletta, you've got Holden pushing West, and Topher is pushing the 64 of Kevin Reed. So we'll see who can grab that gap. But it looks like Kevin Reed and Topher Baltimore are 2 seconds behind Kyle Holden. Richie West and Kyle Holden are almost 3 seconds behind the two lead cars of Harley Barletta and David Garman. If Richie West and Kyle Holden hold up just a little bit, let those two cars behind them come up there, they could actually get a little bit of help with the draft. We'll have to see if these two guys... Bill Percy has crashed. Let's see. Wait a moment to see if a caution comes out here. It does not look like it's going to. Let's see what happened. Not sure if Bill had a mechanical failure or what happened. He pulls off the track, gets off the racing line. Looks like he'll go to pit road, and we'll see how things play out from there. Harley Barletta and David Garman continue to pace the field. The gap from Richie West to David Garman has begun to close. And the gap from Kevin Reed to Kyle Holden is pretty stable. They lost a little bit of time, then they gain a little bit of time. We'll have to see how things play out here. Let's try going through the field again. We've got Harley Barletta up front in the 81. David Garman in second in the 06. A little ways back, the third place car, the number 1 of Richie West. Kyle Holden currently in fourth. Kevin Reed in the 64 is in fifth. Topher Baltimore in the 73. He is in sixth. Scotty Too Hottie is in seventh with Rick Sargent, Matt Johnston in the 93, and the 23 of Jeff Hinkle. Jason Rome is out in 11th by himself. Nicole Kriesel is in 12th by herself. And Nicole is on the verge of getting lapped as here come the two leaders. But here's an interesting development. Scotty Too Hottie has a pack right with him. He's got the 93 of Matt Johnston, Jeff Hinkle, Rick Sargent, all four of them right there together on the back straightaway. They are 18, almost 19 seconds behind Topher Baltimore, but they should be able to stay, if they can stay single file, get a little closer together, they should be able to close the gap fairly quickly. And we'll have to keep a very close eye on that time. Up front, Richie and Kyle have started closing up. They were about 2.5 seconds back from Garmin. Now they're right on 2 seconds back. Kevin Reed and Topher Baltimore have actually been losing ground. They're now 3 seconds behind the two cars in front of them, the 1 and the 18. And because we did get a lap 1 caution, there will not be a competition caution here tonight. And the leaders come around Nicole Kriesel. She'll be able to hop on and draft with them. If they get a caution late in the race, she'll be able to be the lucky dog and get waved around. Bit of a heartbreak, as I know she put in extra practice this week, and we really expected to see her up front, but looks like she has struggled since being involved in that first caution. But now Richie West and Kyle Holden have a little bit of help with that 6 car, with that lap car of Nicole Kriesel up there. They've got a little bit of drafting help. They'll be able to help her get back up to the lead pack. It gets sketchy as they come flying by. Oh, Nicole manages to save it coming back up on track, but definitely not the way she wanted that exchange to go. It looked like Richie and Kyle managed to survive that clean, but they lost a little bit of time. Kevin Reed, Topher Baltimore right there. They will probably get the help from the 6 car now as well. It looks like the 6 might be off pace. It looks like Nicole might have some damage from that earlier incident that did not get fixed. See if we can get a better camera angle on her car. I'm not seeing a ton of damage on that side. Oh, she does have some right front damage. That appears to be holding her up just a little bit. Bit of a heartbreak there. Hopefully she can get back to the lead lap with a little luck and battle these guys. Everybody knows if Nicole's up front in the last part of the race at Daytona or Talladega or iRacing or any of these high-speed tracks, they're in trouble. She has come through the field and finished second more times than I care to count. And it looks like the leaders are about to lap the 3 car of Jason Rome. And that'll give them a 3-car pack as Richie West and Kyle Holden were starting to close back down on them. Not sure if they're going to be able to catch up now that the lead pack will be a 3-car pack with the 2 lead lap cars and the 3. The lap cars could be the deciding factor here tonight, as these 3 2-car packs that are split throughout the track, these lap cars will affect which one is the faster one. As they get lapped, they'll fall into line, and depending on which pack they fall in with, that could decide which pack ends up winning. It might be a very strange situation where we see a 2-car battle on the last lap, as we've only got 30 laps to go, and as long as they're spread out like this, the odds of a caution are extremely slim. Harley Barletta continues to lead. He's got David Garman, and now he's got Jason Rome helping push that group. Just in the last lap, they gained a half a second over Richie West, just having that 3rd car there, and they're gaining a 1/10 of a second very, very quickly. Like every couple hundred yards or so, they gain another 1/10 of a second. These 2 cars really got to hope that somebody up front makes a mistake at this point. Meanwhile, Kevin Reed and Topher Baltimore, they continue to just pace around for the moment. Kevin Reed is currently 14th in points. He needed a really good points night or a win here tonight to get back in the hunt for this championship. Rick Sargent is the other car. He is just 5 points behind Richie West coming into the night. He could use a really good finish, but with Richie up there running in the top 5, it might, if Rick doesn't have some magic in the trunk, he might be out after tonight. Going into next week, we'll be at California, the final race of the regular season. And the 2 lead cars are both already locked into the playoffs. Richie West is not locked in, and he is currently running in 3rd place. Kevin Reed is not locked in. He is running in 5th place. Those are the only 2 cars in the closest to being able to compete, but they are in the top 12 and not locked in. Actually, Kevin is currently 14th. J.J. Parr not being here tonight will shake up the points just a little bit. That does give the 23 of Jeff Hinkle a little bit more room. Points-wise, with A.J. not being here, Aiden not being here, Jeff Hinkle will pick up some points. That's going to make him a little bit more secure. I think after tonight, he will be locked in by points. So that leaves Steven Gibson and Richie West in the top 12. And with Stephen Gibson not being here tonight, Jared Heasley not being here, Rick should easily move up into the top 12, and with a good finish, Kevin might move up into the top 12 as well. He's currently running in 5th. So we could have the top 12 have some drastic changes after tonight's race. And let's check back here with Scott Snodgrass, Jeff Hinkle. This group right here, they've got 4 cars. Looks like they've got Nicole Creasel locked on the back. Looks like she is still just within the draft as these 4 try and catch back up to Topher and Kevin. They've picked up about 4 seconds on this run, but with 26 laps to go and no drastic changes, I don't think they have enough time to catch up. Everything is going to hinge on the final pit stops now. If the 2 leaders make any mistakes, then the race will be over for them. Hey, good evening, Aaron. Harley Barletta, David Garman continue to lead, though. 25 laps to go. Since the lap 1 caution, it's mainly been these 2 at the front. They've got the lap car of Jason Rome right there with them. And Jason jumping up to the high side. I know he's not going to try and pass him. Not sure what Jason is doing there. That's a little bit odd unless he needed to cool off for a minute. It does look like Garmin backed off a little bit. Or are we about to see some pit strategy? No, they're not coming to pit road. Interesting. It looked like Garmin and Jason might have just been needing to cool off there momentarily. Richie West and Kyle Holden continue to fall back. Now that it's a 3-car pack at the front, they're 4.5 seconds behind Harley Barletta and David Garman. Kevin Reed and Topher Baltimore, they continue to lose ground on the 3rd and 4th place car as well. They are now 4 seconds back from Kyle Holden and Richie West. Aaron, I certainly hope not. And Bill Percy is... Oh, and AJ said yes. Bad AJ. Bad. Bill Percy is cheering on Jason Rome in the chat. Bad, AJ. Bad. Don't make me come over there, AJ. All right, and Richie West, Kyle Holden now coming to pit road. Everybody is within the pit window now. The 2 leaders, Harley Barletta and Garmin, stay out. Kevin Reed and Topher Baltimore are staying out. Let's see what this backpack does here. Scotty Too Hottie, Jeff Hinkle, they are all coming to pit road. The 4-car, the only big pack on the track, has come to pit road. Jason Rome is staying out with the lead pack for the moment. So Harley Barletta, David Garman, and Jason Rome still together. Now the pit strategy will come into play. Did not look like many cars took tires on that first stop. We'll see if anybody does here. They decide to stretch one more lap out of it before they come in. Kyle Holden and Richie West now coming back off of pit road. Kevin Reed, Topher Baltimore, now to pit road. Kyle Holden and Richie West coming off pit road just in front of the leaders. Smart move here. They would be if the leaders get to them and they don't try and they don't go to pit road. These two could block them for a little bit, maintain the lead lap, but they are just ahead of that lead pack. Lead pack not coming to pit road, so this is now Kevin Reed and Topher Baltimore coming off pit road. They are scored. Now everything changed up again. Now it is Kyle Holden and Richie West currently scored in third and fourth. They've got the lead pack right behind them. Richie is on the high side. Everybody is up to speed. Will the leaders pit this time, or will they try and lap these guys before they do? Harley Barletta and David Garman now have to have perfect pit stops. No mistakes if they intend to stay up front. Them being together in that 5-car pack is definitely given an advantage. Harley Barletta comes to pit road. David Garman comes to pit road. Jason Rome, a lap down, stays out. And he is staying with and now by virtue of them pitting, he is now up to 5th. And back currently scored on the lead lap, but he still has to stop. He'll have to stop alone. Nicole Kriesel now on pit road. She is alone. And a rough night for Nicole on the night she thought she could get up there and get it done. Harley Barletta, David Garman coming off pit road, still scored in first and second. Nicole Kriesel right there with them, so she's going to have the two leaders, but Kyle Holden, Richie West, and Jason Rome coming out of turn 2. They should be able to get back up to this lead pack. We might still have a race in this thing yet. You've got a 3-car lead pack, a 3-car second pack, and they are getting squirrely pushing to the front. They are just 2.3 seconds behind, and that gap is closing very quickly, but Jason Rome finally ducks to pit road. So it is now a 2-car pack. If they don't gain some ground very quickly, they will lose that lead pack. Harley Barletta, David Garman currently have a 2.1 second lead. They've got Nicole Kriesel there in the middle. She might be the one that bridges the gap between third and fourth, helping them get up to first and second here. 18 laps to go. Kevin Reed currently in 5th. Topher Baltimore in 6th. Still a 2-car pack back there. Jeff Hinkle, Rick Sargent, Scott Snodgrass, the 3 of them are still together. Matt Johnston is now all alone out there, as is Jason Rome. And the 2 leaders come around the lap car of Jason Rome, putting him a lap down once again. Jason currently being scored in 11th, and now Jason Rome and Nicole Kriesel will come into play with the 2 cars behind him. Kyle Holden trying to catch back up onto the tail end of those lapped cars. That'll give them the advantage they need to catch back up to the leaders, but with 16 laps to go, they may not have enough time. Oh, it looks like they might be within range to get a little drafting help off these 2 lap cars, and that might be enough to get them back up to the lead pack. Yes, indeed, they do have them. Looks like Nicole got her car fully repaired. She is back up to speed, and now this 4-car pack is going to try and run down the leaders. Harley Barletta and David Garman had to have been thinking they had this thing in the bag, but now it's about to not be so easy. They had, at one point, a 7-second lead. Now they have less than 2 seconds, and that lead is shrinking rapidly. Kyle Holden, Richie West, both on the lead lap, jumping to the high side. Jason Rome moves up to give him a little hand. Nicole Kriesel drops into the back. Kyle said he was going to help push somebody to the win here. We'll see if it is Richie. Oh, little too hard of a push on Jason Rome. Jason is squirrely through the infield. Manages to keep it straight, hangs on to it. Good save by Jason Rome there. He stops in the middle of the track and brings out the caution. And I would imagine that is a very frustrated person right now. Let's rewind this replay just a little bit and see what happened here. Looked like Kyle was just pushing him down the straightaway. They get into the tri-oval. It gets a little bit loose on Jason, and he gets it woed up on the track before he can hit the wall, but that does bring out the caution. So that is going to pack everybody back up. And because Jason Rome was involved in that incident, that should give the wave around to Nicole Kriesel. That'll put her 1 lap down. Not a huge help, but she'll still be able to pick up a couple of spots. Jason Rome looks like he is... he managed to keep the car off the wall, out of trouble. A little bit of bouncing through the infield, but... looks like overall the car is fine. And that's going to end up, we are going to have now 10 cars on the lead lap packed back up together. Looks like Jason Rome is going to come to pit road. Scotty Too Hottie comes to pit road. Not seeing a lot of other takers for pit road here. Good evening, Becky. Scott and Jason, the only two coming to pit road. Let's see if Scott gets tires. Would be an interesting strategy here. If he hasn't gotten tires yet, this might give him... Yep, he is going to get tires. Jason Rome appears to just be topping off on fuel at the moment. And Scott has 4 fresh tires now. Back up to the lead pack, Harley Barletta, David Garman. We'll see if Harley comes to pit road. See if we can talk to our leader here. Hey Harley, this is Doug. You got me?
Hey, how's it going, Doug?
Hey man, you guys checked out from the field due to circumstances. Had a huge lead. This late race caution going to hurt you?
Probably not. I mean, we really hope to try and stay up here. We don't have tires. I mean, the people behind us are on the same strategy, except they pit a lap or two earlier than us, so we got a little bit more fuel. So I think we should be all right.
Well, there is one car on the lead lap that just came to pit road. You might want to be aware of that. 22 car now has fresh tires. Is that going to... He's the only one out here that has come to pit road and has fresh tires. So any change in strategy there?
Not at all. He took 4 tires. I mean, if he took fuel, he's going to be heavier and probably slower. So we'll stick with what we got.
All right, man. Well, best of luck to you. Looks like you are going for race win number 3 tonight.
It looks like it. We're going to try.
All right, buddy. Good luck to you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, that was leader Harley Barletta. And I do believe Harley is going to be in the Fast and Fun Variety Series immediately following this race as well. It'll be in an 87 car at Michigan. All right, 1 lap to green. Right now, on the lead lap, Harley Barletta, David Garman, Kyle Holden, Richie West, and Kevin Reed round out your top 5. Topher Baltimore in 6th, Jeff Hinkle in 7th, Rick Sargent in 8th, Matt Johnston in 9th, and Scotty Too Hotty Snodgrass back there in 10th, the only car on the lead lap with fresh tires. Nicole Kriesel is currently, I believe, 1 lap down. And you never know what could happen here at the end of a race at Daytona. They do have a couple of green-white checkers available if needed. Hopefully they won't be. And everybody lining back up. Harley now has David Garman to the outside instead of pushing him. We'll see if that has an impact as he restarts, if Garman's going to be able to get back down and give him a hand here. All right, pace car is dropping off. Harley Barletta does control the restart. Green flag is in the air. Here they go one more time. They're going to have 9 laps to go at the line. Excuse me, 10 laps to go at the line. And Kyle Holden giving Harley a really good push there on the inside. Garman is hung out for the moment. As everybody comes up to speed, we'll have to watch Scotty Too Hotty in the 22, the only car out there with fresh tires. And now Barletta and Garman together again. Richie West trying to hook onto the back of that. Richie can't quite get there yet. He is trying to make his way up. And Kevin Reed, who needs a win to get locked in here tonight, now up to 4th. Single file with 9 laps to go. We'll see how long that lasts. The 22 making his way through the field on the bottom. He is now up to 6th. Apparently those fresh tires might be giving him just a little bit of help. So is Matt Johnston right behind him in the 93. He couldn't make the outside line work when he tried to make a pass earlier, but now he goes up high with no help. Richie West starting to look like he might go to the high side. He's not going to do it. Matt Johnston almost, the 22 and the 93 almost get together. They are nose to tail and side by side. While they're battling side by side, these front 5 have managed to break away just a little bit. We'll see if it makes a difference here. 8 laps to go. Scotty Too Hotty going backwards now. Meanwhile, at the front, Harley Barletta, David Garman, Kyle Holden, Kevin Reed, and Richie West have started to open up. They have about a half a second lead right now over that second pack. Topher Baltimore in the 73, currently running in 9th, still in one piece. Even after some very close calls here tonight, Topher is still going, so hopefully he'll have a little luck here at the end. 7 laps to go. And 2 cars from the front pack have started to gain some ground, or from the second pack, have regained the lead pack. Matt Johnston, Rick Sargent. They are now up with the lead pack right to the back bumper of Richie West. Kyle Holden jumps to the outside coming down the tri-oval. Richie West is going to go with him. Matt looked like he was going to go with that outside line. Didn't stick with him, though. Richie and Kyle all alone up on the high side, waiting for any kind of help they can get. The 23 and the 73 now back up with the lead pack. And the 22 is suddenly off the pace. Not sure what happened there, but he has fallen way off. 93 now looking up to the high side. Oh, we've got a wreck on the front stretch. It's Richie West and Topher Baltimore. Caution is out. Looked like Topher just ran out of room. He was trying to move up, follow that line, and just got caught in it. Let's see if we can take another look at it. Just not enough track there as they start to crank things up a bit. We'll see if Topher will have to come to pit road for a fast repair. Let's take a quick look at Richie's car. I'm sure he's going to have to come down. He got smushed up into the wall. Looks like we're going to have to restart. We're going to be restarting with about 3 laps to go. It'll take them a lap and a half just to get up to full speed here, too. Richie West has come to pit road. Scott Snodgrass now back up with the pack. Not sure what happened with Scott on that restart, but he lost the field very quickly. And will this be the waiver round? It is. Nicole Kriesel is now back in it. Nicole Kriesel now back to the lead lap, and she might pull it off yet. Topher Baltimore has not been to pit road yet. He is still heavily damaged. I don't think he's had to use his fast repair yet. We'll have to see if he ducks down to pit road this time. It would be very interesting if he didn't. Richie West has been on pit road. He is on his way back off. And Nicole Kriesel is working her way back up to the pack. Now back on the lead lap. So we have 11 cars on the lead lap. Currently it is Harley Barletta up front. David Garman in second. Kevin Reed is third. Matt Johnston is fourth. Rick Surgeon is fifth. Then Jeff Hinkle, Kyle Holden, Scott Snodgrass, Topher Baltimore, and Richie West rounding out the top 10. Nicole Kriesel is in 11th. Lights are still on the pace car. We'll get 3 to go, so they will restart with 2 laps to go. Topher Baltimore heavily damaged out there. We'll see if he can stay out of the way. It looks like he did use his fast repair earlier in the race. Topher used his fast repair on lap 1. He got caught in that incident on lap 1, and Nicole Creasel up with the field now. And Jason Rome now back on the track, several laps down, and he's going to be there to give Nicole a little push. Going to have a lot of help back there, but Kevin Reed currently running in third. He's another one that needs to win to get locked in. He is outside the top 12 right now. We'll see if Barletta and Garmin can get nose to tail again, if anybody can get past those two. The high line has not been working very well tonight, except down the back straightaway. In the turns, the bottom is the best. In the front straightaway, so far the bottom has been the best. We'll see if these guys can get it done, though. All right, pace car is in. Harley Barletta will control the restart here. Green flag is in the air. Here they go. Scott already jumping out to the high side, using those fresh tires to get a run up high. Nicole Creasel back on the lead lap, is losing a little ground on the restart as Jason Rome goes off track. He clears the track. Topher Baltimore was involved. It looked like the two of them just got together, ran out of track. And that may have cost Nicole and Richie West the lead, any chance at winning. Richie West now barely out of the draft, as is Nicole, and they have just a lap and a half to go. Harley Barletta now going to take the white flag. Kevin Reed now looking for the first win of the season. Kevin Reed in the 64 down on the bottom. Here comes Scotty Tuhati up the middle. Scott trying to get to the high side. He got around a couple cars, currently in fifth. We'll see if he can anybody get up there and give the 81 a run. They come through 3 and 4 on the final lap here. Oh, wrecking behind Scott, and the 20 get in the wall. The 93's in the wall. It's going to be a 3-car race, and looks like Harley Barletta is going to take it. Kevin Reed comes home second by a nose. Garmin third. Rick Sargent is going to be fourth. Kyle Holden is fifth. Hinkle is sixth. Richie West is seventh. Matt Johnston is eighth. Nicole Creasel comes home in ninth, and Scotty Tuhati, heartbreaker, at the end comes home in 10th. Topher Baltimore, Jason Rome, and Bill Percy rounding out the field. But it is Harley Barletta getting his third win of the season. Hey, Harley, this is Doug. You got me?
Hey, what's up, Doug?
Man, this isn't a track that's hard on the tires, and yet you still managed to pull off a win.
Did. Well, I didn't take any tires, so.
So as long as the tires go to crap, you're okay.
I mean, here, yeah. It's expected.
Well, that was a heck of a run there at the end with the late race cautions. Were you worried at all?
Last one, extremely worried, because I knew I was going to go as soon as I can, but like it's real early on that jump, so I expected Dave and them to get a run on the outside, which they did. But then, thankfully, him and Kevin were side drafting, holding both the lines back, and that worked out perfectly for me.
Well, it was a great run, a great finish. Your third win of the season. That makes 3 of you that have 3 wins this season, and definitely something you wanted to have going into the playoffs in 2 weeks.
Oh, definitely, my friend. That's also 3 top 2 finishes in a row. Whoop!
All right, man. And I got to ask, are we going to see you in an 87 car here in a few minutes at Michigan?
Quite possibly. I didn't accept the league invite yet. I got to go to the bathroom and see what happens from here.
All right, man. Well, hopefully we do. Congratulations, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again next week.
10-4, Doug. Thanks, man. Appreciate it very much.
All right. All right, that was Harley Barletta, our race winner after a wild night here at Daytona. Now stick around For just a moment, we are going to switch over and go to Michigan with 87 cars with the Fast and Fun Variety Series.